Hello skaters, thanks a lot for tuning in. This video is going to be very specifically about these resistant bands that I'm using for training. WearBands. Been using them for long enough to be able to make a little review and be able to share with you guys how they actually help you as you're training. I do find that they have a lot of cool benefits. First of all, you do just get more out of your training. I managed to use my grassport, a device I keep on my thigh here. It measures live muscle oxygen, so it measures how hard something is for your muscles, basically. So I use that to compare exercises with the bands and without the bands to see how much more strain they actually put on your body for the same movements. And as you can see, it's in the grassport app that I managed to measure it, and I've been using that as like a nice comparison, and I found that, well, obviously having more resistance is a bit like having more gravity. So that's really nice. I do find that in skating, one of the things that are difficult when we want to put additional resistance is that we can use barbells like we do at the gym or in the gym when we do squats, but it's also going to change the movements. We are constantly taught to squat like this, flat, straight back, and obviously all the weight is going to be here, not like skating where it's going to be applied somewhere around your center of gravity. Or with these, you can keep the same position. You also have much smaller risk of getting injured, so that's very nice. It is also nice just to not just put more strain on the muscles, but activate more muscle groups. Skating is very unlike the usual movements we have throughout a day. So these really emphasize that build of muscles we don't naturally use. It's also really nice for body awareness. You can really sense where your legs are when there's more resistance on them. And it is a bit like doing squats with chains or bands, because when you do an exercise like up-down squats, I think we all know those, well, it tends to be pretty easy when you're up here, whereas right now I start to feel and hear my breath. So it is a nice way just to improve the quality of a workout. Of course, you also got the arm swing, which I find pretty useful because that is a thing we don't really try and work on as we do dryland. We do it in skating because we do really do it powerfully, but when doing dryland, it's really just that slow movement, whereas here, that takes some effort. So I think they're really nice. I really wanted to use this video just to show you the actual difference there is in muscle oxygen when training with the bands versus without the bands. So I'm just gonna do a quick little test here. I've done it before, so I gotta know the results, but just for you guys to see the difference, I'm gonna show the graph here afterwards with me doing them with the bands, and then after I'll take the bands off. Even though I'm a little tired after that, you will see that the 30 seconds without the bands is actually an impressive difference. I want to mention that I am sponsored by WearBands. I reached out to them actually because I did think that would be huge in skating, and we decided to make this collaboration. I get to give you 20% discount if you use the link in the description, which is cool. And also I get to train with these guys, and I do believe that makes me a better skater. I suggest them for all people or all athletes to use them in whatever you do if you do body weight workouts. For skaters, if you're an elite skater, I wouldn't necessarily use them on the ice if you're a speed skater or on inlines, because those movements are very specific. And when we're on inlines or ice skates, we should use that time to get better at ice skating and inline skating the way it feels. But for all the summer hours, the warm-up, and the additional training for fitness, for strengthening, I do think this is a wonderful tool to just get stronger as an athlete. I will do 30 seconds with the bands, and we're gonna see how that muscle oxygen percentage goes with that. I'm gonna time it. All right, let's go. Meanwhile, I can tell you a little bit about the basic position. In a previous video, I've explained this, but the idea is that you shouldn't move too much in the upper body. You should make sure to get fully down 90 degrees so you can touch the ground, touch your heel, but having the upper body set in the same position. All right, now my muscle oxygen is all the way down to 16%. And we still got 3 more seconds. And there we go. Whew. That is tough. I went down to 2%. Now we'll see how much, oh, I do know. Let me just take these off safely. How much I will get to when we're not wearing them. I'm just gonna use them here. As you can see, it's a quite simple tool. You got bands, 2 on the back, 2 on the front, and these additional ones for the upper body. So it isn't rocket science, but it is incredibly smart. Okay, I'll just wait for the muscle oxygen to get sort of back to normal. And I'll do the same thing. We went down to 2.5% here. And now we'll see how much it ends up being when doing them without the resist. Whenever you're up here, you have a full blood flow. Unlike skating, you don't really get to be 100% relaxed when you're skating. There's always going to be some pressure because you're always in movement. Whereas when you do this, you do absolutely nothing here at top. So that's where I think the bands make the big difference. Okay, let's try again, 30 seconds. Oh, this is really nice now. Good piece of advice when you do these, find a mirror, find a line so you can make sure you're pointing forward. All right, we're 20% with 4 seconds to go. 19.5%. So basically, muscle oxygen wise, I was at the same point when I was halfway through the banded ones. So just a very good example on how useful they are, especially if you are limited time-wise when training. Check them out. They have a really cool Instagram channel. They have an educational YouTube channel even. And I'm just really happy that I came across them. Thanks for watching this video. There's tons of videos on dryland, skating, all this stuff on my channel. Hope you want to subscribe, and I really hope you want to stay tuned for more. I'm Victor. See you around. The reason I can make all these videos for you guys is because I'm a professional speed skater. That's not an easy thing, which is why my wife and I, Sophia, we have launched this company called Brandler Coffee. It's an innovative concept where we offer single serving drip coffee. All you need is a Brandler pouch, some hot water and a mug, and you're good to make your own specialty coffee. We spend a lot of time and effort finding the very best beans for you guys. And right now we have an Explorer pack that you can try out using the link below. And then you can get our top 5 beans right at your address, ready to serve. We grind it as you order. Trust me, it's good coffee. And then you're helping us out towards the next Olympics.